Your brain is wired to detect danger first, which is why negative news instantly captures attention more strongly than positive information. This survival instinct once protected humans, but today, it makes alarming headlines feel urgent, even when they do not affect you. Psychologists call this negativity bias, where unpleasant information is processed deeper and remembered longer than neutral experiences. When something feels threatening, your brain automatically shifts attention toward risk instead of safe or ordinary information. This response improved survival historically, but modern media environments amplify its influence on everyday attention patterns. Content creators understand this instinct, so emotionally intense stories are highlighted because they capture attention reliably and quickly. Fear triggers powerful neural responses that increase alertness and make information feel important regardless of relevance. Emotional intensity strengthens memory formation, causing disturbing information to remain longer than calm or positive experiences. This explains why people recall negative headlines clearly while forgetting neutral information encountered earlier. Repeated exposure to alarming content gradually shapes perception, making the world appear more dangerous than it actually is. The brain treats repeated warnings as meaningful signals, reinforcing attention toward similar information repeatedly. Emotional tension encourages continued attention as the mind attempts to resolve uncertainty and regain psychological comfort. This process keeps people checking updates frequently, believing they are informed while reinforcing automatic attention habits. Fear-based engagement increases viewing time, which signals platforms to display similar content more often. Attention becomes conditioned to respond strongest to emotional intensity rather than balanced informational value. Positive news rarely creates the same impact, so the brain naturally prioritizes content that feels urgent. This imbalance creates perception that negative events dominate reality even when evidence suggests otherwise. Emotional reactions amplify importance, making alarming information feel personally relevant, even when distant. Social sharing strengthens this effect because people communicate warnings quickly to protect others. Evolution shaped humans to spread threat information rapidly, explaining why negative stories travel faster. Strong emotions increase engagement, which increases visibility and further amplifies emotional responses. This feedback loop reinforces attention toward intense information while reducing interest in calm content. Widely shared content appears significant because the brain interprets repetition as meaningful evidence. Emotional repetition shapes belief strongly even without deliberate evaluation of accuracy. Attention becomes guided by emotional salience rather than rational analysis of information. Cognitive resources are limited, so emotionally intense information captures attention more easily. When potential risk appears, rational evaluation decreases while alert systems dominate processing. Dramatic information therefore feels more credible and worthy of attention automatically. Over time, this pattern forms habitual preference for intense stimulation. Repeated exposure strengthens neural pathways prioritizing emotional content during media consumption. The mind begins anticipating intense information, increasing curiosity and repeated checking behavior. Anticipation activates reward pathways, making searching for updates reinforcing even without new information. This explains why people repeatedly check news despite experiencing stress afterward. Emotional discomfort does not reduce engagement because uncertainty motivates continued attention. Digital information rarely provides closure, so attention remains active without resolution. Ongoing tension keeps attention engaged longer, reinforcing frequent monitoring habits. Perceived urgency increases consumption speed, reducing reflection and encouraging rapid reactions. Rapid consumption strengthens automatic processing rather than thoughtful evaluation. People react emotionally before evaluating context or accuracy. Emotional reactions feel authentic, reinforcing belief in information importance. Social environments amplify attention when others react strongly to the same information. Collective reactions signal importance, strengthening perceived credibility automatically. Social reinforcement magnifies attention and perceived relevance simultaneously. Repetition across sources increases familiarity, which the brain interprets as accuracy. Familiar negative information therefore feels credible and important. Cognitive biases guide attention toward emotionally intense stimuli automatically. These mechanisms are evolved adaptations amplified by modern media systems. Awareness allows individuals to observe reactions rather than follow them automatically. Conscious awareness restores control over attention decisions. Intentional attention reduces emotional intensity influence on behavior. Balanced exposure recalibrates perception and reduces exaggerated threat awareness. Limiting intense content supports cognitive recovery from constant stimulation. Mindful consumption encourages evaluation based on relevance rather than emotion. Awareness strengthens resilience and improves emotional regulation. Recognizing attention patterns makes behavioral change possible. The brain remains adaptable and responds to consistent awareness. Small changes gradually influence perception and emotional responses. Balanced information intake supports clarity and reduces stress. Understanding psychology improves navigation of information environments. Knowledge transforms passive exposure into active choice. Awareness reduces manipulation by emotional intensity gradually. Recognizing triggers prevents automatic reactions. Observing emotions weakens compulsive information seeking. Deliberate pauses allow rational evaluation. Intentional engagement strengthens executive control. Emotional balance improves perception accuracy. Reduced reactivity increases disengagement ability. Attention becomes a conscious resource. Psychological insight reveals behavior influences. Awareness transforms consumption into intentional engagement. The brain can learn balance through awareness. Behavioral change begins with recognition and adjustment. Mindful choices strengthen reflective neural pathways. Emotional intensity gradually loses dominance. Awareness increases autonomy over attention. Attention aligns with values rather than stimulation. This improves well-being and perception accuracy. Adaptability allows awareness to reshape habits. Understanding mechanisms helps reclaim focus. Awareness enables intelligent engagement. Emotional information will always exist, but awareness shapes influence. Intentional attention reduces automatic reactions. The mind becomes more reflective and stable. Knowledge replaces confusion with clarity. Psychological insight improves interpretation accuracy. Attention becomes directed toward meaningful information. Reclaimed attention supports mental well-being. Awareness strengthens focus regulation systems. Understanding attention improves media navigation. Awareness reveals predictable psychological influence. Understanding mechanisms makes engagement a choice. Intentional attention balances emotion and reason. Balanced processing improves thinking patterns. Knowledge transforms consumption into understanding. Awareness strengthens independence from emotional manipulation. Conscious control replaces automatic reaction. Understanding negativity reveals hidden influences. Awareness guides attention intentionally. Knowledge empowers thoughtful engagement with information. Now you understand why negative news feels powerful. Follow our channel for more mind-opening facts and stay curious.